It look like I'm foreign cars driving fast. I never done this before. Get out my problems. Let me. When I've been magic with the game, we ball out. It can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go. Here we go. 180. Check. 59. Now watch one.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Trubisky to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Gary Jennings there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions.
He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's got room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Play action. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jayon Brown. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
Here we go. 11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Hey, over. 59. Mike, 59.
Garoppolo looking to throw on third and 2. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
11.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. Sheds another. Still on his feet. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Taken at about the 36. A 7-yard return following a punt for 45 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Escaping the pressure right. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
Double dog, that's the way.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Trubisky will throw. And Jennings has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 21-3 is your score after 1. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Trubisky, flush to his right. And it's caught by Jennings. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Hauschka with the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 35.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Powering his way forward. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They'll run the screen with Carson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, they're still trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
If they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Hey, Echo. Check 52's the mine. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Mike, pick up.
On third down, Trubisky tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
He's going to look for Allen now. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Here we go.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. Garoppolo now. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Keenan Allen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. Point after, right down the middle. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Two times.
They go to Johnson again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Eluding the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Bravo.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Here we go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action, Garoppolo. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Carson, about 3 yards there to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Second and 5 now. Trubisky caught by the tight end Ertz. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
There goes Duke Johnson, the 40. the 20, 10, and he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big run there by Johnson, 75 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I know he might be a little winded after that previous long run, but now you're in goal-to-goal situation. That changes what you do defensively, and it worked for them on that play.
Maybe trying to reward him after that long run. We'll see if they go back to him again on the ground. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try the ground game with Jackson. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is parts.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Keenan Allen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. Johnson, it's poke 3. Football's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 29, Garoppolo. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gerald Everett, 29 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
65.
There's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Wait.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. The point after is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run it with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, ball. Hey, alert.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. This is Jennings. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
41 right here. 41 Hey, let's get it.
2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that haters, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, never switch.
Touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then he with the